Happy Friday! It's the Nerd Den! Woo! Yeah! Oh my God! Woo!
You sound really enthusiastic, God.
Well,
Oh, yeah, that's it. That's how it works. I'm excited, guys. It's Friday. Yeehaw!
year
Uh,
Friday.
Happy Friday, Nerd Den. Andrew, I'm sure will be along shortly. It's fine. And Doc has said that he can't make it tonight because he's being sent on a business trip of some sort at last minute notice. So we shall see. We shall see what that means. But we got a good show. We got a lot of good stuff showing up. A lot of good things happening. Let's see. I guess we should do a quick update on Adult Fantasy because it seems like we've been in hibernation, but we are about to hibernate no more. We are. I mean, I'll reveal it here. It's okay. We've been talking about it here, but like, I've been working on the Adult Fantasy show. I mean, in the background we're working on comics and RPGs, and we're still doing all the same stuff. We're working pretty hard on the stuff. But the thing that we have been needing. Hey, what's up, Reality? How you doing? The thing that we've been needing is strong signal. So we are. I'm actively working on the Adult Fantasy show. Avery, I think I can hear your controller.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, buddy.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, well here, should I mute you? There you go. Perfect. Yeah, awesome. Reality, good to hear that you're good. So yeah, we have been working. I've been working on the Adult Fantasy show. You know, the guys we've been working on this for a minute. So we have 2 episodes in the can. I am working on the 3rd episode now. And I think after the 3rd episode is complete, we'll have enough in the can to go ahead and start a launch campaign for it. Really, I just wanted a little bit of a runway, just because I had never done it before, and I didn't know a good posting cadence. Like, how long does it take me to do a show? I have no idea with this stuff. So right now, I'm averaging a show an episode about every 2 weeks. Web Moon, MK, Soon Moon, yeah, God. But yeah, so we like the first episode took me about a month because I didn't know what I was doing, and I just didn't know what I didn't know, and now I've got them down to about 2 weeks, and my goal is to eventually get it down to 1 week. But if I can't do 1 week, then honestly, every other week is pretty cool. Like, it works, and these are pretty. No, MK, sorry, I didn't mean to derail so early. No, it's okay. It's fine. Look, my plan has always been, this is the top secret plan. The plan has always been, if we just keep doing things, and then we wait for literally every other Web3 crypto company to completely burn and collapse to the ground, we win by default, right? Like, you don't actually have to score a touchdown if, like, you're the only one on the field. Like, you kind of win by default, right? So my plan is working perfectly. I think it's doing great. But yeah, I'm working on the 3rd episode. Once the 3rd episode is locked, then I'll start working on, like, the social stuff and getting all that stuff ramped up. No official date for launch, but I think if I had to kind of give a ballpark, I think August sometime. I'm looking at a calendar, I've got a content calendar over here. I think August sometime. So I just have to, we're gonna get the episode locked, and then I got to get all the socials taken care of and start kind of peppering that stuff, and then I have to start working on the newsletter, because I'm going to go heavy into newsletters. I love emails and autoresponders and email marketing. So I'm going to start bringing that up again and pushing that a little more. So, it's just a couple of things to do before we ramp up. But yeah, man, I think it's definitely time. And I think MK, in reality, I think you guys are going to like it. I think the guys have seen episodes 1 and 2, and I think it's definitely Adult Fantasy, man. I think it's a little out there. hopefully we won't get like banned before we can be monetized, so we can be demonetized. You know, but yeah, it's coming along pretty good. I think I got the vibe down. Reality, yeah, we're gonna be talking about it a lot. So once we go live with it, we'll be changing a couple things up in the Discord. We'll be changing things up on here, so like different formatting and things like that. So we're getting ready to do we're gonna do a push. We're gonna get everything live, but we're also like not gonna kill ourselves like we normally do with Web3 and stuff, the blockchain stuff, because it's just too much. So this is a long like this is going to be a long haul, you know. Like I'm with the commitment to this, I'm planning on doing episodes for a very long time. You know, it's YouTube stuff, so it's like, oh yeah, you're going to start a YouTube channel, like there's your next decade. Like you're just going to work for the algorithm for 10 years. It's fine, it's not a problem. Yeah, so I'm very excited about it. Actually, it's taken a lot of work to figure out exactly how to do what it is that we want to do. And I think we're at the beginning of a new genre, and I think we can lead that genre in terms of like where television, quote unquote, television is going, like series-based content. You know, the guys talk about it a lot, and I'll just talk about it now. What the hell? Like basically, like my theory has been, you know, our generation, the older generation, whatever, midlife generation, like we were the TV generation, the cable television generation. And so where our parents had like 7 channels, we had hundreds. And then it moved, you know, television basically got blockbustered by streaming platforms. So Netflix came in and blockbustered Blockbuster, and then Netflix started doing streaming and started blockbustering in cable, essentially, right? Like it started to blockbuster networks by launching their own TV shows and binge watching, and that became a thing. That was an invention. Like whoever thought you could dump like 24 episodes at once and people would be done watching it in 2 days? You know what I mean? And then when all the other streaming networks started, now you had all of the streaming platforms going on. Well, I think because of AI and because of generative creation, I think platforms like YouTube and X and everything else, all of the social media platforms are going heavy into video. And the reason they are is because they know that they are actually the next television show. If you have millions or billions of people using your platform and you really start to push video into people's feeds, that's where people are going for shows. I just speaking for myself, like I watch way less traditional television, and pretty much everything I watch is already I moved from traditional television on the TV. I moved from traditional television to streaming platforms like Prime and Netflix and Hulu and all that stuff on TV. And now pretty much even I'm past that, where pretty much everything I watch is YouTube based, honestly. Like I either watch videos on X from my feed, or I'm watching videos on YouTube. And so even with YouTube's growth and YouTube's, like, if you just look at the way that the YouTube platform and other video platforms have kind of grown, like the phase that we're coming out of on YouTube right now is I don't know what you call it, like the streaming phase, like this phase, right? Where for the longest time, YouTube, you know, people were posting their old videos, or they would record a video and then post it. And then when phones got a little more video camera versus phone, now anybody can put up I can set up 2 little lights and a good microphone and a good camera for like $200 or whatever, and now I can have a streaming show. And so now that really blew YouTube up, where it became like a Google, almost like a Google for video, which is what it is, where you can like, how do I, you know, build a marketing campaign? How do I wash my car, or whatever it is? Like you can search it and there's a video, and it's basically this format of someone behind a mic. Maybe they have some slides or some graphics. Everyone now has a graphics department because it's not that hard to do anymore. And so that became sort of the Gen 2 of internet TV, just because the costs were so low. It doesn't cost that much for you to sit in front of your own camera and talk like this. Like we're not paying that much to be able to broadcast this. Now I think we're hitting Gen 3, where people can create their own shows with actual like virtual actors, virtual sound effects, virtual lip sync and voiceover, virtual music, all of a sudden that is sort of the live streamification, if you will, of television. So I think you're going to see social media platforms very soon become the next television stations. So that's in my wheelhouse. I'm like, I know what that is. I got that. Reality says, yeah, already. I already don't know when I've watched TV. Don't have one. Everything I watch is on the web and YouTube. Yeah, honestly, like, to be straight, like I don't like. We'll watch like a movie on the bigger TV if we're streaming a movie like off of Prime or something. Like tonight we showed the kids Dark Crystal for the first time. Like, got to treat them right. But honestly, everything that I watch is, and everything my wife watches, like everything the adults in my house watch is on our laptop. Like this laptop sits on my desk and we work, and then I take the laptop in bed and watch like the Y-Files or something. Like, I have shows that I watch, and it's like weekly or bi-weekly. I'm like, oh, there's a new episode out. Let's go watch it. And they're not seasonal. They're every week nonstop, so it never ends. It's like a season that never ends. So yeah, I think traditional broadcast and those traditional streaming platforms and traditional networks better start investing in AI studios and AI content that can be pushed not just on their networks but on YouTube as well. Because I think the future is just going to be like season 1 just goes on forever. You know what I mean? Like, you're not like, when did season 1 of Mr. Beast end? Like, it doesn't. It just keeps going forever. So yeah. Anyway, but I digress. I'm really excited. We're 2 episodes locked. 3rd episode is being worked on right now. Should be ready. That one should be done early next week, I think. Knock on wood. And we're working on a content calendar, so it's going to be a lot different because, we were just talking about this. We were just talking about this in our little private lore games yesterday. Like, and I admit, like, my superpower, my personal superpower, and my personal super strength is in creating stuff. Like, I'm really fucking good at making products, and that's my sweet spot. That's what I love. Making episodes, making shows, making products, making toys, making comics, you name it. Like, I'm making websites, apps, like, let's go. I can do it all day, and I love it. I love being in the lab, and I love making stuff. My huge weakness, even though I'm actually really good at digital marketing, that's actually been my weakness, is pushing my own signal out there. So that's sort of the switch. Now it's like, okay, well, no more pussyfooting around. I gotta get way better about pushing this live, and that's all on me, of course. But we're doing it. So I think, and what I was telling the guys too is, like, one of the things that I realized about myself lately, is that like I love digital marketing. Like, you name it, I do it. Like funnels and advertising and ads manager and email autoresponder marketing, direct marketing. I've done it all and I love it. I really dig it. However, I have trouble doing, for me anyway, like, I have trouble doing marketing for marketing's sake. It sucks. Like, at least for adult fantasy, like, it just doesn't feel legitimate. And so I've struggled a lot to figure out, like, how do we promote ourselves in a way that feels genuine and it's not just like some gay ad, like, that's just like, oh, come check out our stuff, everybody. Like, that doesn't work anyway. I learned that the hard way the first year of Adult Fantasy 2021. Like, I came in and I was like, well, this will be great. I'm just gonna push ads. I was pushing ads, dude. I was pushing ads on X. I was pushing ads on Facebook. I was like drawing attention, and I got handed to me because the crypto, blockchain and crypto is really anti that kind of stuff. But what they're not anti, and what most people are not anti, is actual content. And so it took me a long time to realize that the best way to advertise, the best way to market, is to have the content be the market, right? Have the content be the marketing. And once I realized that, it was like, well, how do I do that? And it was really just like watching AI and learning about it and waiting for it to get to a point where it could be what I considered to be production ready, like good enough. It's not perfect and it's still very difficult, but It's good enough, and and then being able to say, okay, cool, now's the time. So anyway, that's my soapbox for Nerd Den, and then we'll get into some good stuff. But yeah, all that stuff is coming, and it's really exciting, and I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll keep talking about it on Nerd Den until we launch. So anyway, you guys, Avery and Zach, you guys saw you've seen the first 2 episodes, like without spoilers, no spoilers, God, but what did you guys think?
Hilarious.
Interesting, very interesting.
They're really funny and dark.
It's pretty dark. It's a little darker. It's a little like, I mean, I wouldn't say it's as dark as Dark Mirror, because I'm not like, I mean, Dark Mirror is pretty brilliant, but it's like,
but it is dark. It's dark, dry humor, and it's funny as shit.
Yes. I don't know. I think like, I hate to be teasing for an asshole, but like the main one of the main jokes in the 3rd episode, I'm really actually a little worried about. Like, I really don't want to get banned on these stupid platforms.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's ooh.
Yeah. We'll see. God, we're whatever, man. Yeah, we gotta be us. We gotta be us. We gotta be us. It'll be fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, so all right, on with the show. Enough like standing on the soapbox preaching our crap. We've been working. I'm just gonna sum it up by saying we have been working nonstop every single day since 2021. Everybody here has been working really hard, and now's the time to put it out there. Like, we waited for every other company to explode and blow up, and now it's time to show what we've been working on. Audience of 3 people left in crypto. It'll be great. It's fine. All right, I got some I gotta show you guys that I think you're gonna dig. I think this just came out, and I'm really tempted to get it. I can't wait. Have you guys seen this? This is actually the Neal Adams Classics Artist Edition. Avery, have you seen this?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, dude, it's so exciting. Hold on. Before we do this, I am actually gonna pause the show for 1 second so I can ping Andrew and be like, "Where the fuck are you?" I know where he is, but let's see. NGREW. Are you coming to the stupid show? Let's go. All right. There we go. All right, so check this out. And I'm only texting him because I know he would want to see this, and like, he's gonna miss it. So screw him.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna put this as muted so we don't get all upset. But bro, like, this is so good. Hold on. I'm gonna skip to the art. Let me speed this up a little. Like, look at this work. Can you see that? So yeah. I didn't know. I was like, I didn't know that there was going to be a Neal Adams Artist Edition coming out. I should have known because it's Neal Adams.
Yeah.
But like, it is so good. Like, I've never been like, Neal Adams was before my time, so I never really got into him. Mm-hmm. I got into his covers because that's what I would see. But holy mackerel, man! Like, looking at these pages, because I've watched the video. Like, looking at these pages, it is incredible what this guy was doing. Like,
he changed. Incredible. He was huge, dude. He changed the industry when he got into it.
Look at that, bro.
He changed printing. He changed storytelling and what was expected of you as to draw anatomically. Like, he upped the level across the entire industry.
Yeah, man. I finally understand. Look at that. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he came in from commercial art, so he's like, no, hey, why aren't we printing this way? This is better. Why don't we do it?
Yeah. No, I genuinely like now understand, like, you know, again, when I see the stuff in color and I see it in the pages, it's real, especially now because I see it in reprints, and I'm like, yeah, I hate the reprints. It's really hard for me to see what he was actually doing. But looking at the original art, like, oh my God, dude, like, holy cow, so good.
Yeah, and I
So,
mean, he was the artist of his era.
like, look at
He's the
that.
guy
So look at this really quick to cut you off, but like the image on the right is the foreground of the image, like the pencil is the background of that ink. So it was
Yeah.
like combined. Oh my God. Yeah, so I don't know. I may have to pick this up because this is just sick. You know. Hey Andrew.
Hey, fellas.
We're looking at the Neil Adams Artist Edition.
Oh,
Have you
nice.
seen this?
No, I hadn't seen it.
Oh, I think it just came out like from IDW this week, last week. Um, Unbelievable, and it's huge. Apparently, it's like a really fat book. Like it's a pretty hefty, like I think 250 pages, something like that.
Pretty
Um,
hefty tome, huh?
a hefty tome. Yeah, and like there's look at this. I think he's gonna do a fold out here. Um, it's just yeah. I'm kind of speechless. Like, and I have to admit, like. I've been looking at a lot of artist editions. Like I've looked at the Frank Miller, and I love artist editions, so I have a few. But
$127 on Amazon.
that's what I'm saying. That's not bad. And um, but like there's actually a discount right now. Look at that. There's actually a discount right now on the Frank Miller Daredevil artist edition and the John Buscema Classics artist edition
Ooh.
and the John Byrne X-Men edition. They're like
Oh, wow.
50, they're like $60. And they're like 50% off. And I'm like, "Oh man." And so, you know, what I do is I go to YouTube and I start like looking like, "Oh, let me see like this. Let me see the inside of the book." And they look pretty good. Totally worth 50, $60, like 100%. But this is incredible, man. Like it's
Yeah.
not even the same. I mean, I love John Byrne. I love Frank Miller's Daredevil, but at least to me, it doesn't even compare to something to a book like this. This is up there with like Frank Miller's Sin City or something. You know, this is one of those like kind of must-haves, I think. It's amazing how much detail and work are in these pages. And this goes into everything. Like this is a Batman, it goes into Green Lantern, it goes into Deadman. And some of the stuff he was doing in Deadman was crazy.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. So yeah, I don't know, man. I may have to. This is one of those books I might have to like splurge on or something because it's really amazing. And it just shows you too, like what the way. I mean, again, I've never even seen these books in the wild. Like I've never looked at Neil Adams Batman book in person, to my knowledge. You know, but I think I may have to start.
Yeah, when we were
finding
kids, they
them.
were all expensive. They were all expensive, you know,
Yeah,
compared to what we could afford.
yeah, and of course they're just more expensive now, right?
Yeah.
But I may have to, based on this, I may have to go start hunting some Neil Adams Batman books because I don't have any. I've never even seen them. But this is just incredible. Like I can't even imagine on like newsprint. I just bet it looks stunning.
Mm-hmm. He
Like,
was the artist of his time period. He was the
Yeah.
guy everybody copied.
Well, it's crazy too, man. Like when I see it like this, to me it looks better than like the guys we love. Like it looks better than a Jim Lee, or it looks and maybe it's because I'm just seeing too much Jim Lee or too much Silvestri or whatever, but like good Lord. Like, and I know it's a different style. Like he's going for almost like an ultra realism. But man, it's just incredible. Anyway, I was blown away and I wanted to share because you know, there's
No, it's incredible.
only
It's
so
incredible
many
work.
there's only so many artist editions. Here, let's skip ahead a little bit. And this guy's actually done like several videos now because he's going through like every phase of the book. There's just so many pages in the book.
Do you guys know if there's any Alan Davis ones of these
Not
out there?
not yet, but I think they're working on one.
Okay.
I think I heard that they're working on an Alan Davis artist edition. I'm not totally sure.
Okay.
Yeah, but I would an Alan Davis artist edition would be something I would buy.
Yeah.
in a heartbeat.
And Alan Davis is one of the people that came out of the Neil Adams style.
Yep. Yeah, didn't he like his first couple issues? Didn't he draw like Neil Adams?
Yeah. If you look at his stuff now, you can still see it. It's just slicker.
Mm-hmm. Look at that! Look how thick this book is, dude. Huh?
I texted you a message. I was going to be a little bit late, and I never sent send. I never hit send.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Sorry about
where?
that.
No, I know you're like you have a little other stop, but I was like, oh, he's like really not coming. Anyway, I just wanted to share this. I adore. Look at that, like, oh, and they really got some primo pages for this book. So I think this might be a must-have, honestly. If you like original comic art and you want to see what it like what it looks like 100% accurate, you'll never own these pages probably, because they're in deep collections, and when they go for sale, each one of these pages is thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. But you can basically own the next best thing, which is good enough for me. Yeah, it's just really cool. And his Batman also is like kind of the Batman that I remember growing up, which is weird because I didn't actually have these comics. You know what I mean?
His Batman stayed the basis for Batman for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I just realized I had the wrong audio on. I wasn't echoing, was I?
No.
Damn it.
Okay.
I'm not getting my crap together tonight.
You're okay. How are you?
Frustrated. That old lady's going to kill me.
What old lady?
My mother-in-law.
Do tell.
No, it's a long story, but she's trying to kill me. Stress.
Well, I'm trying to kill you too, but it doesn't work.
Yeah. Well, I'm impervious to you. We're sitting there watching TV. Matter of fact, we're watching the second season of Sandman.
Yeah.
We're like 4 episodes in. This is so funny. I Googled it. Why is Sandman season 2 so dark? My question wasn't why was it dark and brooding and so forth. Why is the lighting so shitty?
I can't stand it when they do that. Yeah.
We're like trying to focus on what's going on, and it's so damn dark you can't see anything. And it's like, why are they doing this? And of course, Google says, "Oh, it's just dark and brooding." And it's like that's not the question I'm asking.
Yeah.
But we're sitting there, and we hear my mother-in-law's phone and cell phone ring in the living room, and she's on the other side of the wall. And my wife says, "I don't know who she's talking to." So I mute the TV, and I'm listening, and she's talking. She's talking low. And I get up and I walk around and I go look, and she's going into her purse to pull out her checkbook or her.
Oh my lord, dude! She's like glued to this. She does this all the time.
She got a call from the firefighters, and I guess supposedly they talked to her a week ago, and she said, "Yes, I'll make a donation. Send me an envelope." And she hasn't received any envelopes yet. Well, of course not, because I check the mail, and if something like that comes in the mail, I freaking throw it away. So they called her back, and she was getting ready to give her her credit card number. And I stopped it, and I'm like, what the hell are you doing? And we got into a screaming match where I yelled at her, and she yelled at me, and I took her phone away, and I took her credit cards away. I said, we're not doing this. We're not playing
Andrew, we were just talking about being the last little company standing. If you could please forward me your mother-in-law's phone number, I'm sure she'd like to donate to a worthy cause. We have a worthy cause. We could really use your mother-in-law's help.
Yeah. There are 3 types of calls that call claiming to be firefighters or the police association. Number 1, scammers.
Yeah.
Number 2, political PACs, which the money doesn't go to anybody. It goes to politicians. and she's a diehard one way. And I told her, you realize the money could easily go the other way. She's like, oh,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want that. Well, then you don't know. And number 3, where they actually are calling for the policemen and the fire department, and they give the policemen and the fire department 10%.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all they give them. They collect 90% for themselves.
Yep.
I said, which of those 3 situations do you think you were dealing with? She was mad at me because she had made a commitment, and I wasn't allowing her to fulfill her commitment.
Andrew, just out of curiosity, and this is I'm being honest, but I'm also just I'm not being. This is not. I'm just curious though. Is it legal? Like if I went ahead and got addresses or phone numbers of all the elderly people in, say, a city in Florida, and I called them and was real and said, hi, my name is Todd. I have a company called Adult Fantasy, and we're looking for donations. We're the future of entertainment, and I'm an artist, and I really could use some help. Like, if I got donations, is that legal? If you're actually like calling and asking for money, but you're putting it to, or like you're not scamming someone, you're literally like, hey, I wanna use this money to make an animated show or whatever. Like, is that legal?
You can call anybody and ask anybody for money, but you can't solicit money if you're calling people on the National Do Not Call list. So you'd have to check that first.
I see. But it is legal. So if I think what I hear you saying is if I did a mailing campaign to only elderly people who were not on the Do Not Call list, and it was, please send a donation in the self-addressed stamped envelope, and it's sent back to a P.O. box, maybe locally towards me, that would be totally legal and not against the law.
Sure, why not? It's not illegal in this country to lie to people. And you're not lying to anybody.
Well, I wouldn't be lying. I'm just curious. Like, obviously, I never do any, But
there's laws against lying to the police, and there's laws against lying to judges, but there's no law against you lying to your neighbor.
Wait. MK says, can I interest you in our Lord and Savior, the Primordial? Holy shit! I fucking love that. I might actually, maybe that we should do. Can I do that? Can I afford to send like a mass mailing that talks about like some kind of like primordial entity, and you're like donating money to like? That actually might be interesting to do. MK says only if you register first and they approve with the Department of Ag. Ag here, like agriculture.
I don't think you even need to do that.
He says it'd be like an old school Kickstarter. Solicitations and contributions require the approval of the Department of Agriculture. Interesting.
I guarantee you, businesses do it all the time without getting approval from anybody.
Really?
There's probably, yeah.
So, I just don't know how it works. It's not something. MK says, "Trust me." I trust MK. I trust MK. Department of Agriculture, they do it, but he says they do it, but if you get caught, yeah, you're probably screwed. Like, yeah. So I guess that makes sense, because if you could just do it, then why not do it? What MK was just saying, it'd be like, our Lord and Savior, the primordial entity. You're just sending random donation requests to random people. There are laws with mail stuff, like, I don't know. I was just curious about it, because there's certainly people that are obviously they're a scam artist. You have a scam channel, but there are also people that do it legitimately. And I'm like, and I've never ever thought like, oh well, why not do it if it's legal, and there's old people that want to help. I could have used this in college. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm a college student. I'm trying to pay down my debt. And if you actually were calling to pay down your student loan debt, what would be the problem? And then of course it's like, well, why don't other people do it? And I guess MK is saying, like, he says, yeah, here in Florida, Department of Agriculture handles the solicitations and contributions. It's weird. It's not the Department of Revenue, right? That's what I would think. I have to register our makerspace every year. Really? That's so interesting.
That's what legitimate businesses do, but a lot of people will do it. I mean,
I'm talking about it as a legitimate business.
Well, what stops you from going door to door in your neighborhood and asking people for donations?
Yeah.
maybe your homeowners association, but people still do it.
Right. Oh, hey, what's up, Rick? Rick says, "Why target
Rick!
seniors? Hit up the Forbes CEO list." Yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
In other words,
100%
Rick
on that,
says,
too.
don't call him.
Stop targeting me with your
God damn it!
demonic primordial requests. It would be awesome. Like I really now want to send like some kind of like black envelope with gold and purple, and it's just like an invitation to donate to our Lord and Savior, the primordial entity deep beneath the the deep beneath the Brooklyn wastelands. Oh, I see. Drew, he says, Drew, you are not wrong. I'm just offering the legal path.
Well, I'm just saying, I deal with so many scammers on a daily basis. There's not a single one that's getting approval from anybody to make calls.
No, well, I was talking, to be clear, I was talking about how you would do it legally.
Right, I know, but even legal people don't care.
Don't do it. Yeah. Rick says, correct, sir. I gave at the office. So wait, so MK, I guess that means now I'm battle planning this. Like I guess no, I'm not gonna do it. But I guess that makes a lot of sense. And that way, if you really wanted to do a campaign, since it's the Department of Ag, you would have to go state by state. Like you couldn't just do like some big nationwide campaign. Like I couldn't just like spend a fortune and do like just letter bomb everybody. You would have to go state by state and get approval. Each find instance is $500. I may or may not know this firsthand, he says.
Oh my gosh.
Well, see, that's why you reach out and you hire a foreign call center to make your calls for you.
Oh God,
they spoof numbers all the time, so nobody knows where they're actually calling from.
Yeah, no.
So.
Well, I guess that also means you don't have full control, because if you have to get approval for the Department of Agriculture, then me coming to the Department of Agriculture and saying, hey, we've got this company called Adult Fantasy. We're young and we want old people to donate money to us, and we're going to do it legitimately. Like they probably wouldn't approve that, obviously. So that would be sort of the barrier to do that. Rick says, Todd, love the D&D shirt. Oh yeah, man, the Daredevil. Let's go. I love this era of John Romita Jr. is like the shit.
All right, you guys want to see something interesting with comics?
Sure, I got a couple things too. MK says each state may have their own statutes. MK, we're going to talk about this next time I see you, man, because this is a beer conversation. This is a conversation to drink over. I like this. This is good. I'm nerding out on this. I'm like, I wonder how we could, get past the Department of Agriculture. Okay, Andrew, you have the floor. Show us something with comics.
So I picked up 5 new comics this week.
Okay.
And paid $25 for 5 comics. That's how.
Oh my God,
insane that is.
Fucking painful.
I picked up Ghost Pepper #1 from Image Comics. It's a double.
Ooh, I wanted to pick that up. I was gonna pick that up.
I like the art in it. It's very manga-ish, but the Stanley Lau, whatever his name is, Art Germ, whatever.
Yeah.
Art Germ.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Like Love Germ. Can we call him Love Germ?
Love Germ, yeah. I picked up the second issue of Imperial from Marvel, which is very unusual for me to pick up a Marvel book to begin with, but they still had it at $4.99. So, and the story's actually pretty good. The art's pretty good.
Wait a minute. Hold that book up again. I kind of like that layout. I mean, it's weird to put the title so low, but it kind of works.
They put the titles all over the place. Like, for example, this one, you don't even see the whole title because the characters are covering the title.
Yeah.
This is the second issue of Marvel Knights: The World to Come.
Oh, yeah.
Christopher Priest writing and Joe Quesada art. This is the one that introduced the world to the white Black Panther.
Yes.
And, this is continuing that story, and the art's pretty dang good.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's good. My independent pick for the week was Redcoat #13. I am still.
Yeah, you like Redcoat.
Brian Hitch, 13 straight issues of fantastic, beautiful art, and the story's really good as well.
How's he doing 13 issues, man? Is he dumbing down the art a little so he can get a hit?
Not at all.
So he can hit a monthly? Wow.
Not at all. I think they've taken a few breaks, but it's been very, very consistent. The issue I wanted to show you guys is Absolute Batman issue number 10.
Okay.
This is Nick Dagoda on art. But one of the things that fascinated me about this title when it started is all of his rogues gallery are like his childhood friends. And I'm waiting for stuff to happen. Well, this issue, stuff happened. The bad guys are building on an island in the middle of Gotham, what they're calling Arc M. And the plot, one of the plots is that Bruce Wayne is like really into construction and civil engineering and planning. So the fact that they're building this huge facility right out in the middle of the water and he knows nothing about it is kind of ridiculous. But that's okay. He gets captured by Bane and taken to this facility. And it starts off in this issue with them doing experiments on him, and he's butt-ass naked. And you're reading the doctor's notes, and it's him trying to escape. And he tries to escape multiple times, and Bane comes in and beats the crap out of him and sends him back.
Okay.
But here's the cool thing. He's going through Arc M, and he's going through different areas. And the first area he goes through is called the Clay Biodome. And you see all these people, these characters reaching out at him. And so it's a reference, of course, to Clayface.
Yeah.
And then the next time he goes out, it's the Isley experiment where these creatures made out of the wood and the vegetation start coming out at him. It's all horror stuff. And then the next one he does, next time he tries to escape, he goes through the Langstrom part of it, which is, of course, Man-Bat. And they're these mutated Man-Bat creatures. There's all different mutant creatures. And then he comes across a crocodile. Oh, I forgot to mention that Waylon, who is in our reality Killer Croc, is one of his best friends, and they're like boxing buddies, has been kidnapped and taken to Arc M. And we get introduced to him. He's been mutated into a giant mutant crocodile.
Oh, that's cool.
And of course, Batman gets to ride him. But you'll notice that if you look closely, at the end, he's got a really small head. He's got a really small head with teeth. But you see how the teeth go down his torso?
Yeah.
Over here?
Yeah.
That's because when he opens his mouth, look at this image. His mouth is like this giant, it like takes up his entire chest.
Oh, that's cool.
The head of the man is at the very end of it at the snout.
Yeah, that's creepy as hell. That's good.
Yeah.
I like that design.
So
yeah, that's a good design.
So we're hinted at Clayface. We're hinted at Pamela Isley, Poison Ivy. We're hinted at Langstrom, Man-Bat, and now we're getting Killer Croc. And so we'll see. But what's so crazy about this is so far, all the villains that they've introduced have been horrific demon versions. And there's actually one part where he's fighting Bane, and Bane, like the vein on his back of his head explodes, and he looks like he's got a mohawk, but it's literally a vein that popped out of his head. And Batman knocks him out, and he falls down backwards, and he squishes and kills a couple of doctors. It's the most extreme book I've ever extreme Batman book I've ever read. And
do you like it?
I'm still picking it up because I want to see what else they do with the other villains. So, I mean, his best friends are Harvey Dent and Ed Nigma and who else is his friend? Cobblepot. And his girlfriend when he was a teenager was, of course, Selena Kyle. So, I mean, we're introduced to his rogues gallery, but they're like his best friends from childhood.
I don't know how I feel about
what they're going to do with that.
I don't know how I feel about the book. Like, I'll be honest, like, I was very surprised when it hit as hard as it did. Like, it seems to be very, very popular, and I don't totally understand why. Like, it's
a
very
very
it's a
different take.
yeah, it's a different take, which is fine. I mean, great. I love different takes, but I
It's
don't see the appeal, and I don't understand. Maybe it's a generation thing. I'm willing to say that. Like, I don't know.
it's literally an Elseworlds story,
Yeah, right.
but they're extending it into ongoing series, and I don't know. There's rumors that it may only be a 2-year experiment. Supposedly, that's what they're doing with the Ultimate line. The current Ultimate line is it's going to be they're going to run for like 24 issues before they cancel them, and Spider-Man's
interesting.
already up to like 18 or something. So
At least they're doing runs, like everything, like
yeah.
well, and also like a 24 issue run. I'm just thinking from a marketing from the printing side. A 24 issue run is about the cap for omnibus, right? So a 24 issue run gives you multiple small graphic novels like 66666, right? And then it gives you reprints and it gives you an omnibus, so they could kind of push it out for a while.
Well, I'm reading Ultimate or Absolute Wonder Woman, which is probably my favorite of all of them.
Yeah.
I picked up the first issue of Superman and dumped it after that. I picked up the first issue of Green Lantern and the first issue of Martian Manhunter, even though I've been told Martian Manhunter is the greatest thing. I've dropped. I just nothing.
Really, so I have Martian. We're going to talk about that tonight because I actually have a Martian Manhunter preview, and I was like, this looks really cool. So I'm going to be interested in your take. In fact, you know what? Maybe I should shift to it now. Hold on.
I bought the first issue. I bought the first issue and read it, and it just didn't do anything for me. And the other one that I'm still, I think the last issue came out and I didn't pick it up yet. It's Absolute Flash. It's dragging. Yeah. It's dragging. I know for sure I got 3 issues in, and
so this is Absolute Martian Manhunter number 5. And I saw this page and I was like, this is cool, man. I dig it. It's not bad at all. Like I like artwork like this. Like this doesn't bother me at all. It's a little
it reminds me a lot of the Hawkeye series they did.
Yeah.
Where it was very minimalist art. And it was good. The stories were good. It never caught me. It never grabbed me. So I've read some of it since then, but nope.
There were a lot of comics in the 90s that were kind of like this, where it was almost abstract.
Yeah, I hate to say it because Doc's not here, but this very much reminds me of like an Allred book, and I was never a big Allred fan.
Yeah, well, now's the time to talk about how shitty Allred is. I'm kidding. He was actually pretty good. But
just never got into it. Never got into it.
Allred has some diehard fans though, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, Mike Allred is like what's his name to me? Who does Girl Scouts?
Jim Mahfood?
Jim Mahfood. Yeah, I never got into Jim Mahfood either.
Yeah.
I just never did.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I could see that. Yeah, kind of a little bit of outsider art, right?
Yeah, just was never my cup of tea.
This kind of reminds me of like
but I didn't search this stuff out.
This kind of reminds me of the old Mr. X comics.
Yep.
Remember those?
Yeah, once again.
A1 comics.
I was familiar with it, but never bought it just because I liked it.
Yeah. Here, I got something for you. Let's see.
My tastes are very milk toast, and Avery will agree on that.
Yeah, well, that's okay. I mean, I think the books that you shared tonight are actually pretty good. I'm a little surprised.
I don't know if I'll pick up the next issue of Ghost Pepper. It depends on what size it is and how much cover price they put.
So talk to me. So Ghost Pepper. Here's the thing. If you hold it up, maybe I don't know if you want to show us some pages on it or whatever. Sure. But here I'll share. But so Ghost Pepper, Lulu Booty. I'm sorry, I don't know his name. Lulu Booby, whatever. He I'm just butchering his name, but he was the chosen artist to finish off the Battle Chasers series.
Okay.
So
yeah, I can definitely see that.
He did issues 10, 11, and 12 of Battle Chasers. Yeah, and you can see he's got kind of like a Joe Madureira, kind of almost like an anime style. Is the book look good? Like, is it? I was actually very curious about this. Is it like,
I
It
mean,
looks
I
like
read it and it was good. It was good. It's just, it's one of those things where, you know how in anime, a single fight can take like 3 episodes because it
Yes.
takes so long to get there.
Yeah.
There's parts of this where it's like it takes so long to get there, and it's not so much character building or world building. It's just taking its time, and maybe as a graphic novel, this will be better. I don't know. We'll see, but
It looks
there's
like
a
a
lot
pretty
of these.
fat book, though.
Yeah, this was a double-sized book. I mean, it's got good art. This reminds me a lot of that Bengal series
Yep.
that I
He's
only
a,
picked
he's
up
a
the
lot
first,
like Bengal. Yep.
that I picked up like the first 2 issues and then missed the third and just
Yeah.
gave
Was it
up.
Ride or Die or Ride or something?
No, Ride or Die was good. It was the other one. It was the Lullaby
Oh yeah.
Apocalypse or something.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's even still being published. So it's one of those ones where I'll find it at a convention for $1 eventually, and I'll pick up the issues that I'm missing. But yeah, I mean, this is a double size, no ads, a lot for $4.99. You know, it was worth
Is it
Pick
Image?
up. Yes, it's Image.
Yeah. I may, but it's also Skybound too, right?
I don't believe so. Skybound.
I'm pretty sure it's Skybound. Yeah, if you look at the back of the comic.
Usually they put their stuff all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yep, maybe it is.
Yeah.
You know what else
So he
came
must-
out this week and I missed, I didn't pick it up, is Battle Beast issue number 3.
Oh, Battle Beast is dope, dude.
That's not gonna, they're not gonna sell out of that one, so I'll get it eventually. But
Yeah, I know. I really, Battle Beast is actually one of those that I really would like to get.
order
Rick says they have 6 variant covers too.
yeah, they order lots and lots and lots of them, which is really sad. The variant cover thing, it's what people are into.
I know.
Now, there's been a couple of books I picked up recently that were really good, and the variant cover is what sold me on it. Exquisite Corpses, number 1, I picked up. It was a double-sized issue. It had a Jenny Frison cover, which is one of the ones I took to get signed. But the story was really good. The art was really good. And, yeah. Actually, somebody traded in the second issue, so I read it and then put it back out and sold it. So I have some customers that buy new books and then will trade them into me and get other stuff. So that's how I get newer books. But this past week, that I was telling you guys last week, I went to a convention and I found a guy that had dollar books I always like. So I went through his dollar books and picked out some. And then I found a guy who had like 6 or 7 boxes, and half of them were modern books, and they were 50 cents a piece. And in there was Fantastic Four number 1, which came out last week.
That
Marvel
was
Swimsuit
painful.
Special, which came out last week. And I bought a bunch of Marvel books. The new Wolverines and Deadpools. The one with Wolverine and Deadpool teaming up with their daughters. I bought 3 copies of that for 50 cents a piece. It's a $4.99 book.
Jeez, dude.
And I'll sell it for $3. And I know I'll sell it because a lot of people that come into the flea market that buy comics, just general comic people, they're not collectors. They just want to read something new. And then I have collectors that come in that are looking for specific stuff. And, you know, they usually tend towards the older back issues. But I've got guys that'll find that new issue and go, oh, crap, and they'll buy it.
What does it really mean when you're finding book like that's a new fun? I feel like that's a new phenomenon. Like to actually find last week's comics in the 50-cent bin or the 25-cent bin.
That is totally new. I've gone to like small conventions and found people that have like excess of newer comics, but they're probably a month or 2 old, and they're selling them for like $1 to get rid of them because
that's unreal to me.
Yeah. When Thundercats came out, there was a show I went to, and these guys had just long boxes of just all different variants for Thundercats because they ordered the crap out of it in order to get the limited 1 in 100, 1 in 1,000, or whatever it was.
Is that what they're doing? Is that what they're doing? They're just like getting the variant, and they're basically like buying enough of the stock to get the one variant, and then they just chuck
Whatever they
books.
don't sell at the store, they will just discount horrifically and get rid of them.
That is batshit.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but here's a good thing. In the in those boxes of newer issues, I found 2 copies of Captain America #1 that just came out last week that are the blank sketch versions. As well as there was another one, I forgot what it is, but it was also a blank, which I usually sell for $4 or 3 for $10. I bought them for 50 cents.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
And if nobody buys them, I could...
Used to, man, whatever was left over, they put in the back issue bin, and it would automatically put a $5 price tag on it.
That's right.
Last month.
Yeah, you missed a week, and they would pop it. They would double the price.
Yeah.
Yep. Nowadays, they discount them to get rid of them because a lot of them just sit on the shelf.
Yeah. If you missed an issue of X-Men, like, you were going to pay at least $5.
Yeah.
Golly.
What's really sad is the latest issue of one of the X-Men titles. I think it was Uncanny X-Men, issue number 17, featured a brand new character, a brand new a mutant by the name of Munitia, I think is her name, and what's his name? Luciano Vecchio was the artist of that series.
Okay.
And he Rich was telling us that he's really, really happy doing that job. He's really doing it. Well, the issue came out and I almost picked it up, and I'm like, I can't spend $4.99 on an X-Men issue. I found a couple of copies of the Art Germ variant with the character on the front cover in those 50-cent bins. So I picked up 2 copies.
That's awesome.
Considered keeping one for myself because it's a cool looking character. She's a cool looking character, but who knows if she'll gain any popularity. But
yeah, I got no problem paying $5 for an issue of X-Men. I just want it to be good.
Yeah.
I always did the value thing. Like, my whole thing growing up, and even in college and after college, like, I had a mental dollar amount, a coinage amount that I was willing to pay. Like, if there was a dope image on the page that I was like inspired by, that was worth like 10 cents or whatever, right? And so, or 20 cents when the prices went up. And so I had to hit a certain number of things that would inspire me to draw so that I could buy the book. Like, if it was just one really cool image in the book, I wasn't going to buy it, right? But if I'd be like, yeah, this is worth $2.50, you know, and it was $2.99, I'd be like, yeah, okay.
Remember, I showed you guys the giant size X-Men variant cover, which was Art Adams. It was the classic X-Men team, and I was like, I almost bought it up, but it's like a $5.99 book. I found a copy in the 50-cent bin.
Oh my god, dude! So, MK says, Maya, how things have changed. Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's painful. Well, I got on that tip actually. There's still more Diamond fallout from. Diamond Distributors is selling all of. I
wanted to share that cover I was telling you about. This is that new character and the cover I bought.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, very Japanese.
Yep, she's very dope looking. But Luciano did the inside, and this was the cover I considered buying. But I like the other one better. But they were talking about it being a big thing because it's a new X-Men character, an X-Men related character. I don't know if she's going to be an X-Men or not. Mutina or something.
Okay. So really quick, this kind of ties into everything we're talking about. So for those that may not know, Diamond Distributors went bankrupt, which still blows my mind. And what they're doing now is they are looking to liquidate all of their consigned product in order to pay their debtors. And so this has caused a firestorm because Diamond is not small, and they get things months in advance. So not only do they have old stock that they keep for future previews magazines and things like that, they if you're trying to get to the stores, it's a 3-month window. So people order it, they get it, and then they put it out. And so they have millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of stuff. And in fact, like, what makes it worse, just to give you the TLDR, like, it's most of it is new stuff. It's not just like certainly there's a lot of refill and reorders and things like that, but most of it is new stuff. And so you have like all these top gaming companies, all of these top comic companies, Marvel, DC, Image, all of them, all of the books that they were going to have that were going to hit the stores, right? Diamond is now saying they're not going to send it to the stores. Instead of sending it to the stores, they're just going to liquidate it at like Ollie's so they can get paid. And so this kills everybody because you've got these gaming companies and then all of these comic book companies that are with them that are going to lose tons of cash. Like, can you imagine having a game and you've been building the game and you've gone through the manufacturing process in China where you've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars for physical things. You paid for all the customs, all the shipping. You had it shipped to Diamond's warehouses. You did the previews guide so that it's going to come out. And then Diamond says, we're confiscating all of your work. We're going to confiscate it and liquidate it. And so now, not only do they not get paid for it, there's no money. Like, they're literally stealing, but it's legal theft. Like, not only are they taking your work, but you're not going to get paid for it. And to make matters even worse, it's getting liquidated at like big box stores. So it makes it look like your game or your comic failed. So if you live near a really good Ollie's, like a really good Ollie's, you're about to get like the next like 6 months worth of stuff. You're going to get a crazy discount. Like, it's going to be a bonanza for us because I will find a fucking Ollie's that has a good stuff. You guys live near a good Ollie's. It drives me nuts. But it's going to be crazy. So, let's see. Reality says, I was just listening to that earlier. That seems illegal to me. Yeah, you would think so, but and I didn't know this. I've worked with Diamond. I've pushed books through Diamond. It's a consignment. So they're holding on to your property and then they're supposed to ship it out. But I guess inside of their contracts is like, if they go bankrupt, they're taking your stuff. Some cases they were on a float order, not prepaid and satisfied by distributor as a third party. Ouch. Exactly. So that's the crazy thing. They would float the order. And so it looks like everyone's out of like it's pretty bad. So Image Comics is very small, right? Like Image itself, the whole point of Image Comics is founded by McFarlane and Jim Lee and all those guys. And
other
promise of Image
writers, other than artists and writers, the company only has like 30 employees. It's not a big company.
20. It's like less than that.
24,
they don't have,
I think was the last count.
They all they do is manage the publishing of it. The only thing famously, the only thing they own is the trademark I of Image, right? So all they do is have marketing people and helping printing and advertising, things like that. Well, Rick says, how will that affect the comic stores, if at all? Well, that's one of the problems. They're not going to get every modern comic shop that uses Diamond, which is all of them, they're not getting jack. It's going to be devastating, I think.
Yeah. Did you hear about the recent ruling? There's several publishers are like filing complaints.
Filing,
right? And the judge has announced that he will hear the complaints after San Diego Comic-Con. The date's set for after San Diego. So all those small publishers that are going to San Diego that wanted to try to get their inventory back.
They have no idea. Yep. That is hard. That is hell. That is hell.
And how many? Because Todd and I have both been to shows in which guys will come out. They'll buy dozens of tables, and they'll just have boxes and boxes of trade paperbacks.
That's where they make their money.
They bought them from a liquidation sale from Diamond. That's how they did it. They bought them by the pound.
Yeah.
And there could be hardcovers, there could be trade paperbacks, and they literally they have crazy prices on this stuff because they literally bought them for pennies.
Well, that's how that's how we were at Heroes, and I'm not saying that this company did it because I have no idea, but I got the Hellboy library editions. I got 2 volumes. Those are like $70 books or something, aren't they?
$50.
$50. They're like $50 books. I got it for $10. Right? Like now maybe that's just because they're trying to move product, but they had to pay for something.
Or maybe they've been sitting on them forever. I don't know if they
but the point is like it's gonna be brutal. It's like the whole summer. It's like the rest of the year is screwed for these companies. So when Andrew comes back, I want to show him this because where do you go? You there? Okay, check this out. So this is new. It just came out. So this is from Image Comics. Image says Diamond's goal is stealing $3 million of comics just from them. Image Comics says the goal of the debtors of Diamond Comic Distributors Inc. is stealing $3 million worth of comics from Image. Image already had to lay off people. They were like, oh shit, and they had to just lay people off. So
how many of these publishers backed Diamond when they did their
we're gonna
come back stronger. We're gonna when the other companies began, Lunar and whatnot, and they were like, we're standing behind Diamond, not because they're good, but it's because that's how we do things. Stupid companies.
Yeah, man. Well, this says like the filing from Image Comics states that it is the plan is a brazen attempt by the debtors to misappropriate Image's inventory, which Diamond Comics Distributors holds as Image's agent. For months, the debtors refused to engage in meaningful discussions with Image regarding return of Image inventory Diamond holds. And I've heard that's been the report. Like Diamond just shut off communication from everybody, and they said it's our stuff now. Or even to provide contractually required reporting of Diamond's post-petition sales of that inventory. So they weren't even going to tell them what they were selling it for. On the pretext that Image needed to wait to see if the contract between Image and Diamond, the agreement, was designated for assumption and assignment as part of the debtor's asset sale to Sparkle Pop. So Sparkle Pop, the company that's buying them? I guess asset sale. So yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
When Sparkle Pop did not designate the agreement without warning and without even first moving to reject the agreement. Oh, I guess so. Sparkle Pop didn't. Oh, I see.
What's the name of the company? What's the name of the company that bought Diamond? Isn't it some type of Pop something?
Yeah, Sparkle Pop. That's what I just said. Yeah.
Okay.
Sparkle Pop. And it says the debtors filed a motion seeking to sell Image's inventory in a fire sale auction, most likely to Sparkle Pop for pennies on the dollar, and use the proceeds to pay the creditors, like J.P. Morgan, Chase, etc. Sparkle Pop, or Ad Populum, is the company that successfully bid for and bought Diamond Comic Distributors in the Chapter 11 bankruptcy auction, but that did not include the stock that Diamond was holding.
Well, they're taking it.
Yeah.
So Rick asked, how would this affect the comic stores, if at all? The funny thing is when the announcement came out that Diamond was planning on liquidating their inventory, several publishers were like screaming about it. And a lot of stores, a lot of chains said, we're not going to take advantage of this liquidation sale because it's going to hurt the publishers. But there's a shitload of retailers out there that will.
Well, there's also
will take advantage of it.
Well, the other question is like, how are they not going to have a choice? I'm a retailer. Let's say I'm a retailer, and I'm not Andrew's comic shop. I'm a retailer that is doing Diamond. I do regular comics. Okay. Yep. All of a sudden, and granted, now that there's Diamond, there's like two others that do Marvel and DC. So Marvel and DC probably won't be hurt too hard. But I mean, although they are still losing like millions of dollars, but like all of a sudden, one of your biggest distributors is going away, meaning stuff you paid for. Remember, they're paying 3 months in advance. So the retailers are saying, I want this stock. Here's $10,000. I want this. They're not getting that money back, and they're not getting the stock. So they're all going to lose money. And again, that means less stuff. It's like a trickle economy thing, right? Like not only do they lose the money that they put in to buy the merchandise that they're never going to get back, I don't think, but then they also don't get the product. So there's less product in the store, which means they make their future sales are lower, correct?
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's just amazing that they hold $3 million worth of Image comic stock, just Image. And Image is not that big of a publisher. Like, they're big, but they're not that big.
Yeah.
$3 million. Like that, you know how many books and toys and oh my God, it's so much. Right. So to follow what Andrew said, the hearing over this has now been delayed until August, but is likely to be what everyone will be talking about at San Diego Comic-Con. What happened to how is Andrew, do you know anything about like Steve, like how this has affected Steve Geppi? Didn't Geppi
Nope.
retire or he got out of the business or something?
Um,
Because so Steve Geppi is the founder and was the CEO of Diamond for pretty much 99% of the time it was up.
yeah,
I
I'm
think
not.
he
There
retired.
was something that happened to him at the very beginning of all this. I never followed it, so I don't know for sure. But
I thought he retired like around COVID. Like when COVID hit and everything kind of went under, he like was like, or like right
no,
before COVID he left.
he
Or,
was really involved in the after COVID stuff. But I don't know in the last few
but that's
years.
because he was trying to save his company.
Yeah, yeah.
I wonder. I'm gonna look. I'm really curious, like how.
Now, have you guys paid attention to any of the solicitations for Marvel that are coming out? Do you remember when Marvel did the Age of Apocalypse? It was a storyline in which Legion went back in time and killed Professor X, and Apocalypse took over the world. And
I remember that.
For the next like 3 or 4 months, they literally replaced all the X-Men title with all new titles. And it was this world where Apocalypse was in control, and it was astonishing and amazing X-Men, Excalibur and Gambit and the X whatever. There was all Weapon X was Wolverine, and he was missing a hand and all this stuff. And good guys were bad guys, and bad guys were good guys, and they flipped the whole world upside on its head, and they introduced some really cool characters that like Blink and Sugar Man and Onslaught and and X-Man, the X-Man. They created all these new characters. Well, guess what? They're doing it again. There's a storyline in which Apocalypse has chosen his successor, and his successor was Doug Ramsey, Cypher. And Cypher now goes by the name of Revelation. And this new series storyline is called Age of Revelation. And it's 10 years in X years into the future is what they're saying. But some of the designs have been freaking awesome. Wolverine is missing the skin off of the front of his face. So all you see is his metal skull. Cyclops has a visor that doesn't work and it's constantly leaking energy. And just some of the designs look really cool. The mutant gene that keeps Deadpool from dying has mutated to the point where he's now an undead zombie.
Oh, that's cool.
And he's called the Undeadpool. And they've shown images of some characters. Like there's one character who's like Fantastica, who's like a combination. It's a girl. And it's a combination of all the Fantastic Fours. And then there's an Elektra-looking character, Daredevil character, and she looks like freaking awesome. But this is the new series. I think the issue 0 just came out this week, previewing it. But if you haven't seen it, they've been leaking images of it. And
what's this called again?
Age of Revelation, and it's their new X-Line crossover.
I'll check it out.
Is very reminiscent of Age of Apocalypse, which, whether you liked it or not, it was fucking fantastic.
It was good. Age of Apocalypse was good.
Who knows if this is going to go in that strive, but they're trying it again, and yeah, we'll see what happens.
So I got some answers also to this. MK has a great question. MK says, do you know what the net payment they were on to ensure delivery of comics, Drew? Is it like a 90-day payment cycle to ensure you're on the list for delivery, or were they just 30 days out?
I never had an account with Diamond, so I have no idea what their rules and regulations and contracts were. But I've heard that 3 months is pretty standard for everybody.
Well, for us on the publishing side, I forgot it was so long ago. Like we had to do solicitations 3 months out because that's how it works.
Right.
So like Diamond, we basically had to work like 4 or 5 months in advance because we would put the ad in Diamond and say January for books coming out, April, right? So when you had that magazine, it was for 3 months out. So you already had to have you had to kind of do your solicitations like about 4 months in advance, and then the book was 3 months. And I don't remember payment. It was so long ago. I don't remember. I want to say it was 90 days. I don't remember. But it wasn't short. It wasn't. I don't think it was a net 30. And I think that's part of the problem. In fact, this might answer it. I don't know, but I found this. This is actually ICV2, so we're going to get some answers. ICV2 is legit. The Diamond bankruptcy, a sad ending to a long story and a new beginning. How we got here. So this is what happened. I remember this. We got here because of the COVID pandemic. The government shutdowns in March and April of 2020 affected all commerce, but Diamond owner Steve Geppe's decision to shut down distribution for 7 weeks turned out to be disastrous, especially in the comics business. The shutdown was coupled with a reorganization-style timed payout of monies Diamond owed its suppliers. So they owed millions of dollars to their suppliers, and then they basically shut it down. They shut down distribution for 7 weeks and then tried to reorganize everything. For client publishers, these two steps struck at the foundation of Diamond's image as a reliable, financially strong company. It no longer appeared reliable because it could cut off access to the market, large parts of which were able to function at some level despite the pandemic, without recourse for the publishers. And it no longer appeared financially strong because it went to a timed payout almost immediately after the shutdown. Yeah, that's right. I remember that. They used COVID as a method to change the terms in which they were going to pay everybody. DC Comics moved first, pulling its distribution and awarding it to 2 companies that had not previously been distributors during the Diamond shutdown. And Marvel followed about a year later. Dark Horse and IDW followed Marvel to PRH, and Image Comics followed DC to Lunar. So everybody, I mean, and that's the entire industry. So basically, when Diamond shut down, I remember this because when Diamond shut down, it was a huge mistake because you basically cut off major corporations from a revenue stream. And they didn't consult. Like, it wasn't like Diamond said, "Hey, Marvel and DC, we want to talk to you guys about, we're thinking about shutting down." They just decided to do it. And Marvel and DC were like, I mean, that's like a major part of their business, plus all the comic shops. If the comic shops died, then Marvel and DC would be in trouble. The distribution moves led to a massive reduction in sales. I estimated that Diamond was losing around 60% of its comic sales in mid-2023, and that may have been low. So they lost like most of their business by doing that. So they thought they could just shut down for 7 weeks and come back and maybe be a normal, but like between that and the reshuffling of the finances and the payouts, like they really lost a lot of trust. Then sometime last year, under financial pressure, Steve Geppe decided to sell his companies and had some success with Alliance Game Distributors, which had a stalking horse bid that would close if no higher bids are received, because this is an old article. Diamond's comic store business was apparently a tougher sell, likely for 2 big reasons. One, that it was tougher to value, and it has been shrinking and was likely unprofitable, which is why they would have to switch out the payment structure. A second is that the fit with potential strategic acquirers is difficult. The multi-category strategy works great for retailers, but it's not an easy fit with companies that only operate in one of Diamond's major categories. Wow. Man. Yeah, so this is an older article, so they're just like, what's going to happen? Wow. Yeah, so that's crazy, man. Ugh. MK says, ouch. So they had to eat that and stand in line to get everything back. So double whammy on the loss. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I think it's crazy how fast everything unraveled, because interestingly enough, like one of the topics that's been there for 30 years with Diamond was that Diamond's a monopoly, guys. Diamond is a monopoly. And everyone was like, yeah, it's a monopoly, but who's going to compete with Diamond, and who's else is going to distribute to comic shops? And it's Diamond. And I mean, the second that Diamond shut down, like everybody bailed. Like it was the second they did it, it was like absolute chaos. I mean, it affects. I mean, obviously it's an industry. It doesn't affect just the comic companies. It's also everybody employed, right? Like the artists and the writers and the printing companies. Everybody had problems. And now it turns out that not only did they shut everything down, but they have massive stock and they're not giving it back. So certainly this is the end of Diamond for sure. Like I can't imagine anybody wanting to no who's going to touch Diamond now? You know what I mean? Like who would touch them? So this is your what is that called?
So
X-Men.
Yeah, this is
Oh, you're on Bleeding Cool. Good luck.
Yeah, so
that cover's
this is
dope.
the issue that came out. This is the issue that came out this week. This is the Age of Revelation 0. Here's a better image of some of the characters, like the Wolverine with the and yeah.
Who drew it?
These are just some the design pictures. Stegman, I think.
Is it Stegman?
Pretty sure Stegman.
Let's see. Let me see. What's it called?
Yeah.
It's Age of what?
Age of Revelation. There's an image of Cyclops with his thing breaking. Where is the image that I thought was really cool? Oh, here it is. Fearless.
Oh, that's
like
cool.
A Daredevil looking one. Fantastica. Magni.
Well, she's got that's Ms. Marvel. That or
okay.
Or Captain Marvel, right? Fantastic Four, but she's it looks like she's got Captain Marvel, right?
I don't know. I don't think that's Captain Marvel.
No.
But they have. Let me see. Hold on a second. I'm going to show you some other stuff.
That's pretty cool. I like that. I'm all for it. Oh no, that issue is drawn by Edgar Delgado.
We have Unbreakable X-Men, which I'm not sure what that one's about. We have Rogue Storm, in which I guess Storm's trying to destroy the world and Rogue's trying to kill her. This Iron Frost, which is Iron Man and Emma Frost. Sinister Six, which actually looks kind of cool.
I like these puns. These are kind of cool.
Let's see. What's this one?
I like this. I'm glad they're trying something actually new that looks like a really good comic book.
This is The Amazing X-Men. I'm not sure who this guy in the middle is, but Binary, which is
that's cool.
I guess with the Phoenix Force.
Isn't Binary
Laura Kinney Sabretooth?
What are you saying, Avery?
What? Carol?
Isn't Binary Carol Danvers?
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
Laura Kinney Sabretooth? I don't know. Could be cool. Long Shots with
cool.
Spiral, Hellcat, I think Wonder Man, Bishop.
That looks great.
That one's
that cover was awesome.
Yeah. Oh, here, this is the one. I'm gonna show you one more that I really like. I don't know. Share this page because I brought up a bunch of tabs. It's taking forever, but you have the Expatriate X-Men, which
all right.
It's got Miss Marvel, so probably would.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do
Cloak and Dagger. This one actually looks kind of cool.
Wait, what? Cloak and Dagger? Or what's it called?
Cloak and Dagger. Cloak and Dagger.
Cloak and Dagger. Okay.
I love the design for Dagger. I love
that's
that.
cool.
That's great.
I love that book. That was such a good book.
Oh, okay. Cover by Mike McCone. Okay. Yeah.
Right. That's why you like it.
Undeadpool, where he's a zombie, and the X-Vergers.
X-Vergers? Wait, go back up.
X-Vergers.
X-Vengers.
Yeah. You got Hawkeye with 4 arms. I wonder if that's what's his name? Forearm, or what was the character's name? Wasn't it Forearm?
Probably.
He was the from one of the Savage Land.
Wait, he's got 6 arms.
Does he?
Look, he's got one on the top of the bow, then he's got a metal arm, and then there's another arm underneath it.
Like, well, maybe that could be 3 and 2.
Right, and 2, 5. Whatever. I love it. I'm down for it. The covers.
Vision with Warlocks. A connection to Warlock. Cool. That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
So let's see what there is.
MK says bad AI. because he's got like 5 arms. Oh, hilarious. I gotta look, man. Credit where credit's due. It looks good. Like those covers look good. I mean, who knows what the interiors look like, but they're at least trying something new. You know, I'm down for it.
Yeah.
That seems original. I'm cool with it. Like, let's go.
Yeah, but that's several books and series. It's a huge cash grab, and every issue is going to have an alternate cover, or multiple alternate covers.
Well, that's going to be the problem, right? That's that I can't hang with because I think that's terrible. But I am down with at least I'm trying to do something new. You know. Well, Rick says, "Good night, all. Have a great weekend."
All right, Rick. Take it
easy.
Rick.
Yeah, we'll probably wrap it up here in a minute. Man, I like I said, sum of that up. I actually think that I've been so disappointed with Marvel and DC and the mainstream comics for so long that to see something like that, those covers look great. You know, and the concepts look really cool. Concepts look cool. Covers look great. That's a good sign. You know, let's hope and pray that they can have some good books, man. I would love for them to have some good books. What?
Let me just share this cover. It's the title of this one is The Age of Revelation.
Oh, cool. That's wicked.
On a classic.
Yeah, of course.
And of course, there's a shield helicarrier in the background.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That looks great.
That could be cool.
Wait, who is it? So Cyclops is in the foreground.
Yeah, I don't know who else is in there.
It's hard to tell who else is there.
Yeah, but still,
it looks great. Look, that cover that's excellent. That is a good cover. That is a very good cover. So, that actually makes me excited. Thank you for sharing that, Andrew.
The titles that they've announced are Amazing X-Men, Binary, Longshots, Sinister Six, Unbreakable X-Men, Cloak and Dagger, Omega Kids, Undeadpool, Expatriated X-Men, Iron Frost, Radioactive Spider-Man, X-Vergers,
Radioactive Spider-Man?
Yeah, supposedly Spider-Man attempted to save a bunch of people by absorbing a bunch of the mutant whatever. Apparently Revelations did something that caused everybody on the planet to become mutants or whatever.
Okay.
And Spider a whole bunch of it in. The Lost Wolverine, Laura Kinney Sabretooth, Rogue Storm, and X-Men Book of Revelation. So that's 16 titles.
That's awesome.
Who knows how long each issue is going to go for?
I mean, it's a little monstrous. It's probably too big. You know, it's going to be there. I guess they're trying to do like a classic crossover. Like the Age of Apocalypse did that, right? Like, you know, but I just don't know if the market can handle the saturation, but whatever. I mean,
the Age of Apocalypse did a Alpha and Omega, and in between they did several 4-issue limited series. There were like 6 of them. And so that's not insane, but they're trying it again on steroids.
Yeah.
And honestly, one of my favorite things about the X-Men, one of my favorite things about X-Men, New Mutants, X Factor, is whenever they would put out like a special or an annual, and everybody got new costumes.
Yeah,
I freaking love that. There was the New Mutants issue where they were going to Asgard, and they all went and got their graduation outfits, and they all had brand new costumes that you'd never seen before. I love that shit. I love when they did that. And Age of Apocalypse did that with every single character. Every single character had a new costume, new design, and it was wonderful. It was fun. It was fun.
Yeah,
they're bringing some of that back. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I agree. I'm down with it. I'll check it out. I will. Like I'm dying to get new books, man. You know, I mean, I don't mind making our own, but God, it'd be nice to like, you know, have some other things out there. You know what I mean? So.
Yep.
But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Anyway.
All right. Cool beans. Wonderful show.
Excellent show.
You did a good job. You did a good job, Todd.
Thank you, Andrew. I could have totally done it without you.
Yeah, I know. It's all right.
You're wonderful. You did a great job. You too. And Zach and Avery, you guys did a great job.
Zach and Avery are
too.
here. Oh shit, I didn't even realize.
Avery, no, they're whatever. They're fine. They're fine. Absolutely.
Love you, Avery. Love you guys.
It's all a bunch of crap I don't want to look at.
Yeah, I was going to talk about some stuff, but you guys maybe do.
You got 5 minutes. Go.
No,
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, we're going. MK, have a great weekend, buddy. Have a great weekend, man. And yeah, I mean, honestly though, Andrew, if Avery and Zach start talking, then people are going to start thinking that they're not sock puppet accounts.
Yeah. Well,
Reality, good weekend to you.
You can't talk when Andrew's on a roll. Like you can't get in a word.
It's true. This is why we love him, though, man.
Honestly,
this is why we love him.
Dude, while you guys were yammering on, I was busy watching a Kubrick movie on my phone. So
great, excellent.
Good for you, man.
I'm glad you're participating. Everything, you guys, you were wonderful. We love you. Reality, have a great weekend, brother. MK, have a great weekend. Rick, all you guys, have a great weekend. We love you guys. Have a great weekend. Relax, have some fun. Hopefully, you're not cooking because it's bloody hot where I am. I can't stand it. Anyway, with that said,
I'm getting ready to take off my shorts. It's coming.
Okay, with that said,